It looks like something big is brewing in Chicago. Imagine the possibility of strengthening the defense with a move that could completely change the team's chemistry forever. A family connection on the field? This could bring an explosive impact to the roster. But hold up, this player is coming from a franchise that knows how to hit hard. Stick around until the end to find out if this masterstroke becomes a reality. The drama continues on the defensive line, and it seems like one of our veteran players might be living out his final moments as part of the team. Finally, there's the story of a lineman who's faced some unbelievable obstacles since landing in Chicago. Injuries, treatments overseas, and now a new complication that could define his future. But the big question still looms, was the team's investment in him worth it? The outcome of this story could reshape how we view the front office's recent decisions. The Bears might be planning a move that could make history in the NFL. Now, think about this for a moment. How epic would it be to see two brothers dominating together on our defense? This isn't just a rumor, it's a possibility in the air, and I'm asking you, isn't this exactly what we've always dreamed of as fans? Ian Rappaport from NFL Network reported that the Bears are evaluating veteran safety Terrell Edmunds, who was recently released by the Steelers. Yep, that's the brother of our star linebacker and two-time Pro Bowler, Tremaine Edmunds. These two don't just have chemistry, they have history. They were teammates at Virginia Tech and set a record in 2018 as the first brothers ever selected in the first round of the same draft. And now, with the Bears, we might see them together again. But, fans, let me be clear, this isn't just a sentimental move. Terrell Edmunds is more than just a big name. This guy is a versatile hitter at safety, someone who can add depth and experience to our secondary. Now I ask you, how many times have we talked about the need to improve our defensive backfield? Because here's the truth, if we want to compete with the big dogs, we need players who can make an impact from day one. So, is this the right move? I'll tell you, there are pros and cons. On the one hand, we get a proven veteran who could contribute right away. On the other hand, Terrell's been with 4 different teams, and I'm wondering, why hasn't he found stability? Is he the player who can make a difference, or are we just looking for a temporary patch? Think about it, this move could change the course of the season. If we sign Terrell, we're not just giving Tremaine emotional support on the field, we're also sending a message to the rest of the league. The Bears are building something special, something family-oriented, something powerful. And now I ask you, loyal Bears fans, should we go all in on this historic duo? Or is it better to look for younger talent in the draft or free agency? Is Dominique Robinson, the guy who once promised to be a defensive cornerstone, done with the team? I think he is. But how did we get here? Let's break this down and face some uncomfortable truths. The Chicago Bears made a big bet on Dominique Robinson back in 2022. A receiver turned defensive end, a raw athlete who seemed to have all the tools to shine. And what a debut he had! 1.5 sacks in his first professional game. Who wasn't hyped? I thought to myself, here's our diamond in the rough. But what happened after that? In 29 games since that explosive debut, he's managed just half a sack. Half a sack? What does that say? Let me tell you, you can't survive in the NFL with those kinds of numbers. And it's not just that, his playing time has dropped drastically. This year, he's played just 2 games, totaling 38 snaps. That's not nearly enough to show anything. Now I ask you, is this Robinson's fault, or the team's inability to develop him? Let's talk straight. Ryan Poles, what happened here? We dominated the draft, made promising moves on offense, but left way too many gaps on defense. Why didn't we make sure to have a solid defensive end to back up Montez Sweat? The fact that Dominique's been inactive for 8 games this season speaks volumes about the little trust they have in him. And hold up! This doesn't end with Dominique. The talent management has been a mess. The Bears tried to trade Robinson before the deadline but got nothing in return. How is that possible? Even a late-round pick would have been better than nothing. Now, most likely, we'll lose him without getting anything back. Here's the main issue, the lack of long-term vision. If Dominique wasn't part of the plan, why didn't we seriously explore other options before his value tanked? And if he was part of the plan, why didn't we give him the chances he needed to show his talent? I'm telling you, these kinds of mistakes are exactly why we're stuck in a 4-game losing streak. Robinson's future with the Bears seems sealed, but this is just a symptom of something bigger, the team's failure to make firm and effective decisions. Now I ask you, Are we doomed to keep making these mistakes over and over again? For me, Dominique Robinson has no place on this team. His story with the Bears looks like it's coming to an end, and it's not just his fault. The management needs to take a serious look at how they're handling their talent. But now I want to hear from you. What do you think? Should the Chicago Bears have given him more chances, or was it fair to bench him? What's going on with Ryan Bates? I ask you, what did Ryan Poles see in this guy that he pursued him with such obsession? Back in 2022, he tried to bring him in as a restricted free agent, but the Bills blocked the move. But oh, he didn't stop there. This offseason, Poles got him by sending a 5th-round pick to Buffalo. And here's where I ask, was this the move that would change our offensive line? Think about this, Bates wasn't even a starter in Buffalo. A player that his own team let go, and we gave up draft capital for him. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not blindly criticizing, but one has to wonder, what did Poles see that the rest of us didn't? I believe there was a strategy, a plan, but things didn't start off well. Bates comes in and boom, shoulder injury in training camp. And here's what I'll tell you, how can a guy compete for a spot if he can't even lift his arm? Just imagine the level of pain Bates was talking about. He couldn't even do a push-up, couldn't lift his arm parallel to the floor. That's not competing, that's survival. To get treatment, he had to travel to Panama for stem cell therapy because there were no options here in the U.S. How desperate do you have to be to go abroad for solutions? That shows his commitment, and I respect that. But just when it seemed like Bates was getting back on track, another bad break. On Sunday against the Packers, he exits the game with a concussion. How much more can this guy take? Right now, with Tevin Jenkins out and Nate Davis off the team, the Bears need Bates more than ever. So, I ask you, is Poles seeing something we don't? Is Bates the answer for our offensive line, or are we stuck in a failed experiment? I'll tell you this, if Bates can stabilize his health and contribute to the team, this story could end up being one of redemption. But if not, then we really have to take a hard look at Poles' decisions. And now I ask you, do you think Ryan Bates can overcome these obstacles and prove he's worth the investment, or was this just a wasted move? Now it's your turn, Chicago Bears fan. Should we bet on this historic duo and keep trusting them, or is it time to look toward the future and search for younger talent in the draft or free agency? Your opinion could make a difference in this heated debate. But let's not stop here, let's dig deeper. Do you think the Chicago Bears should have given this key player more opportunities? Was it fair to relegate him, or did the team make the right call? I want to hear your thoughts in the comments right now. Finally, let's talk about Ryan Bates. Can he overcome the challenges and prove that he was a smart investment, or do you think this move won't deliver the expected results? Your analysis is crucial for this community. Join our passionate fan family. This isn't just a channel, it's a place where real Chicago Bears fans share opinions, debate, and celebrate together. Subscribe now and become part of this amazing community that's like family. Click the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single detail about Bears news. See you in the next video. Bear down!